Our phone number is 877-937-1047. The text line, you text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. A couple days ago, someone called in and said, what lives rent-free in people's heads that listen to our show? And people have been calling up and texting nonstop. And there's just every text, with the exception of one or two in the last 24 hours, has been about that. What lives rent-free in their head from the show. Somebody, a 602 number, said, this is exactly how they said it. Remember this one? And they said, hit refresh.
These are all great moments, but I feel like sad if you weren't a part of it, you're like, okay, hit refresh.
Right.
You're missing out on the inside joke.
Right.
Like, I low-key be feeling that way right now. I'm like...
I'm trying to remember that.
Yeah, I feel bad. Like, I feel like all these things I want them to, like, call up and tell us the story so that, like, people who weren't here at the time where hit refresh came in. It was like...
What was that? That was like we were doing the show in Denver or something, right? And I was were you here, not here? Like
I think I sent you something.
And it wasn't...
And it wasn't there. And I was like, it's there. Hit refresh. And then you're like, it's not there. I'm like, hit refresh. Hit refresh.
So that was on the air, I guess. Because I thought
that was off the air, too. That's so funny.
This person says, hello, bird, are things that stick with me. Hello, bird. Hello, bird. There's a whole bunch of stuff on here, man. Anyway. Oh, God. This is really funny. This is what I'm talking about. Like, we can't really play the clip because I think it'd be impossible. But this person, a 480 number, says, this lives rent-free in my head. When Kyle was doing a German-themed date with her husband, maybe about a year ago, and she said in a German accent, as the Germans do. I listened to that over and over and over again on a podcast that day. So funny.
As the Germans do.
That right there is right up with one of those random movie quotes that Kyle has.
For sure.
Speaking of Kyle, what's the latest with your car and the flat tire and you driving your husband's car and then Teslas don't let air in the tires?
I don't think that's a fact, but... So I shared with you guys yesterday that I woke up to a flat tire. So I was borrowing my husband's car, driving around yesterday, and I got home from picking up the kids from school and going to the field trip because it's May, you know. And Scott had already brought my car in to get fixed, like to get the tire checked out. And it turns out I needed 4 new tires.
Oh, no.
Not just one. They couldn't repair it. He's like... Yeah, your front tires were like down to the metal. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I thought tires were rubber. He's like, well, there's metal in there that holds it all together, and they were down to that. And so that was a great expense. Looking forward to things like that happening on a daily basis. But I mean, grateful. Like, it's kind of a first world problem, you know what I mean? But also at the same time, it's one of those things that was like... It's like the unexpected large expense that just kind of comes out of nowhere that you have to prepare for because they're going to happen. You have a car, there's upkeep and whatnot. It's just like such a dagger when it comes down to it.
And aren't you surprised all the time and how much tires are? Every time you get tires, they go more expensive.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Just wait when your kids start driving and they need new tires.
Oh, it's the worst.
I don't even want to think about that because, well, and Scott's like lecturing me. He's like, it's how you drive. It's that car because he hates my car. He's like, normal people don't go through a set of tires every 20,000 miles. I'm like, they don't? I don't know.
I
thought
that
sounded pretty normal.
That's about right.
He said you should be able to get at least 50,000.
I wonder
40,
if
50,000. He's like, you're going through them twice as fast as anyone else.
How are your brake pads? Are they good?
Yeah,
because that might be it. Because I know, like, if your brake pads are off and you slam on your, like, and you're hitting your brakes, that can mess up your tires, and that makes your tires wear down a lot faster.
Or if you're burning around corners like Kyle likes to do.
Listen, you guys sound a lot like my husband right now, and I already get this at home, so...
That's why I don't drive electric. And what about you, Peyton? You know, it's funny because we worked together for so long, and you know, what have you been here? You've been on the show for 4 years, 4 years on the show, and we're about to learn something new about Peyton. I don't think I knew this.
I'm allergic to guacamole. Did
What?
you know that? Like,
No.
Yeah.
How many times we had Mexican food brought in here?
I feel like I just had guacamole with you like 2 weeks ago.
And I love guacamole, so I eat guacamole.
But you don't announce, hey, I'm allergic, I'm going to have a bite. You just
No, because then everyone's like, you don't need to eat the guacamole if you're allergic. And
You
that's
should
annoying.
tell
I
them in
like
case
the
you
taste of the
collapse.
guacamole.
No, like, do you have to carry around an EpiPen? Like, how
No.
allergic are you?
A
Like, what
guacamole
happened?
bracelet?
No, it's not like I go into like anaphylactic shock or anything crazy like that. It's just like my tongue gets really itchy and the roof of my mouth gets super itchy, and it's just genuinely like a little uncomfortable. And I don't really know if anybody knows the science behind this. Like, I don't think I'm as allergic to avocados. Like, if I were to put avocado on toast, it would just be a little itchy. But if I eat guacamole, I'm like on fire.
Are you sure your mouth's just not responding to the spices and it's not an allergy?
No, I'm definitely allergic to guacamole. And so,
Wait, has a doctor ever told you you're allergic to guacamole?
I mean, no doctor's ever told me that, but my mouth literally like goes on fire like if you have an allergic reaction. Like, I know what an allergic reaction would feel like, I would think.
I don't know.
You know? But so yesterday I was craving some rolled tacos from Filiberto's.
Yeah.
And so I know, so bomb, right? So it's like the rolled tacos, and then they put all this guacamole on top and then all this cheese. And I'm so excited. I was craving it all night, and I'm eating my rolled tacos, and I'm about like probably 3 or 4 bites in, and I'm like, my mouth is like, my tongue's starting to swell, and I was like, okay, like what's going on here? Like, now I'm getting really nervous. And then I just was like, okay, I think I need to take a Benadryl, and I think I'm a lot more allergic to guacamole than I thought, and now I'm really upset about it.
That's sad. Guacamole is so delicious.
It's so good. That's why I can't help myself.
I watch
can't help
another-
myself.
I feel like there's a couple of things like this, right? Because we were trying that weird pink pineapple the other day, and you're like eating it. You're like, this is delicious. I'm allergic to pineapple, by the way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, should I call a
You're
doctor?
allergic to pineapple too?
I'm allergic to habanero peppers, by the way. I get the same thing happen to my tongue when I eat habanero peppers.
I
that
have
hurts.
the same reaction when I eat pineapple that I get when I eat guacamole, and it makes my tongue really
Okay.
itchy.
Did you take the Benadryl? Did it help?
I did, and it helped me, and it put me right to
But
sleep. So that
Benadryl will
was
help
great.
you with no matter what you have, right? Like
an allergic reaction,
right.
yes.
So couldn't it be that maybe you're allergic to the citrus that goes in the guacamole?
That's kind
the
of what I was thinking because
lime,
of the
Possibly.
pineapple.
Yeah, the pomegranate seeds
No, I
or
never thought about
whatever.
that.
Because if you're not that allergic to
Avocado.
you could also go to an doctor.
Get an allergy test, but then you got to pay for the allergy test,
Yeah.
and it's like, I think she already just knows her body told her.
Yeah, and I have had like one of those allergy tests, but guacamole or avocado was not one of them. I did find out I had a mild peanut allergy, though. That shocked me. And I'm super allergic to wheatgrass, too.
Oh my gosh.
That one was on my test, my
Okay,
blood test.
wheatgrass I've heard of. I've not heard of a guacamole allergy before.
I guess it might be citrus.
They never
You guys
covered
might be
that
right.
on an episode of Grey's Anatomy. You don't see somebody coming in on
Thank
a
you.
stretcher.
Yeah, thank Dr. Rick Barron. I appreciate your diagnosis.
Michelle, good morning. Michelle,
Good morning.
what's up?
So, I am on my way to work, and I heard you guys talking about, or one of the DJs talking about how she thinks she's allergic to avocado or guacamole.
Yes.
My whole life, when I eat avocado, guacamole, honeydew, cantaloupe, things like that, my mouth and my ears get extremely itchy, so I assumed that I was allergic as well. Come to find out, I have something called oral allergy syndrome, where my body thinks that I'm allergic to it. It thinks that it's actually pollen in the air, so that might be something she wants to look into.
Interesting.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Here's a text. It says, Peyton, check if you're allergic to latex. My fiance and I cannot eat it, avocado, because the latex in the avocado. What the hell?
Latex?
Latex and
Latex.
avocado?
Interesting, but I just went to the dentist and they used latex gloves and I was fine. So I don't know.
So that
Maybe
might
it's
not
a
be it.
different kind of latex in avocado.
I know
don't
when I
know.
eat pineapple, though, lots of stuff, sometimes my tongue gets that, what's it called? It's geographic tongue. So, you ever seen that?
Oh, yeah, to make sure tongue
It goes
so
to a
raw.
different country.
Yeah, and then I can't speak.
I know what you're talking about. That's not how I feel when I eat it, though. Feels
Yeah.
itchy.
Anyway, you shoot us a text. Text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. Kyle, what do you got? What's coming up? 3 things you need to know.
Now, you got to be careful which emojis you send. Obviously, peach and all that stuff. Like, yeah, obviously. However, there's a huge shift in emoji language where meanings get flipped and layered with irony. And so if you think sending that classic smiley face emoji is friendly and kind and just like sending a little, hello, this is great, Gen Z is not smiling back. The cheerful little icon comes off as passive, aggressive, or sarcastic. It is no longer just a smiley face. Think of it as a side eye smile.
I feel that low key because it's like, why are you so happy? What are you cheering about right now?
No more smiles. Okay, send something else. Live Nation is turning up the summer savings with $30 concert tickets. And this time, they really mean $30 with no surprise fees. It's called The Ticket to Summer. It's their promotion, which includes around 1,000 different shows across all different genres, from pop to metal, even Weird Al, because I guess why not? Sales are starting May 21st, and tickets are expected to go super fast. You got to set your alarm and stretch those clicking fingers, do what you got to do to get the big shows that you want to go to. But $30 concert tickets is like unheard of right now. So I think this is a pretty awesome promotion. Barbie's legendary tiptoe stance is slowly stepping aside. A new study analyzing $1 billion. That's rough number right there. Barbies were always like high heel ready, and now I guess they're going flat footed.
You mean the Margot Robbie when she that was like in the trailer where she slides into the shoe or slides out of the shoe? Oh yeah, they're gonna stop
when
that.
She becomes a human, she gets flat footed.
The career Barbies, like doctors, designers, are more likely to have flat feet and more grounded and get things done sort of vibe.
I love that. I love that because not all of us can rock a heel.
Heels are hard to walk in. They're so uncomfortable, but they look so beautiful.
You know what's funny? I just read this morning that Mattel made a pregnant Barbie.
Yeah.
And they discontinued Midge. They discontinued it because they thought it promoted teen pregnancy.
Yeah,
really? I didn't know that.
They have Midge in the Barbie movie.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. You need to go watch it. I've
seen the Barbie movie.
You don't remember?
I mean, dude, there were 400 Barbies in that movie.
I know.
But it was a pregnant Barbie. How do you miss that?
So Barbie's, making some changes, and they're calling it progress, and that's 3 things you need to know.
Peyton, what's a vibe for predictions today?
I'm going to tell you how you flirt based off your zodiac sign.
877-937-1047. Rachel, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your sign?
I am an Aries.
Okay, so Aries, you guys flirt like you're trying to win a competition. You have eye contact, compliments, maybe even like a full-blown roast battle because you guys like to argue. You guys aren't subtle at all, but somehow it really works for you guys.
Well, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do much flirting anymore, but...
Yeah, well, when you were, this was F you. I know it.
Right? I don't know about the arguing part. I would say...
See, you're arguing right now. You're flirting with Peyton.
I don't know. I feel like every Aries I know likes to argue, especially like one of my best friends, Zaria. I swear she like argues for a hobby. I'm like, bro, can we chill?
All right, Rachel, have a great day. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, you guys too. Yep.
Bye.
Ruby, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, guys.
What is your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, perfect. We're in Taurus season right now. We got a couple more days. But Taurus, you guys flirt by spoiling people. You guys give people food, gifts, playlist links. You call it just being nice. But honestly, we see through your soft launch charm. You guys are the biggest flirters in the zodiac sign.
Oh, no.
Thanks, Ruby.
It's too bad you couldn't come to the phone.
Darylyn, good morning. What's your sign?
Libra.
Okay, Kyle's our Libra in the room too. So Libras, you guys flirt by flirting with everyone. So no one really knows who you actually like. And the eye contact, it's giving Olympic level. And the compliments that you get might be illegal in like 47 states. So I don't know what that's about, but it's kind of cool.
The compliments you get or give?
Get.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you guys are pretty good flirters.
Okay, well, I just am really grateful that I'm a lot like Kyle.
Yeah.
I can't make decisions very well.
Same.
Thanks, Darylyn.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.
You too.
Charlie. Whoa, turn down the radio a little bit. There's a little delay. Go ahead. What's up? What's your sign?
Capricorn.
Okay, Capricorns, you guys flirt by giving career advice and asking someone about their 401k. It's giving LinkedIn, but like make it low-key romantic.
You said make it romantic?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's me. That's definitely me.
for sure.
All right, Charlie. Thanks, man.
Grant asked me about my 401k on the daily, so there's that.
What about for you for Leos?
Leos, how we flirt is by being the center of attention and then acting surprised when somebody falls for us. Like, we give a hair flip and we laugh and we're like, who, me? It's giving that kind of energy, and we are seeing Leos. Just know that.
How about Pisces?
Pisces. Richie is our Pisces in the room. You flirt by creating an emotional connection so intense that the other person doesn't know if you're actually soulmates or trauma bonding. Either way, they're hooked.
What about Virgos?
Virgos, John Jay is our Virgo in the room. You flirt by fixing their life. So you're like, here's a list of your red flags and a skincare routine. You swear it's helpful, but honestly, it's your love language.
I'm so glad that's my love language. It's fixing things. Good.
Fixing things,
Good.
yes.
I need to let my wife know that.
It might not be
You don't
working.
always have to fix everything.
No, that's your thing. I kind of appreciate it. Anytime I talk to John Jay about something, here's what you need to do.
Yeah, I know. It's so badly wanted to tell Kyle where to get her tires.
Yeah.
It's already done.
All right, leave us a talk back. By the way, if we didn't get to your sign there, I'll post it at johnjaneRich.com. We're getting ready for Stacks and Hacks. We're going to do Stacks and Hacks. I have Stacks information. Rich has life hacks. In a new survey, 1 in 7 dog owners say they would sacrifice their partner or spouse if it meant they could increase their dog's lifespan by 3 years. That's crazy. New poll, 59% of adults claim they never cheated on homework or tests in high school. That is a lie.
Yeah, I think that is probably a lot higher than that.
Have you guys seen the footage of a woman in Houston towing her boyfriend's car with a chain? No. They hooked it up to the back of his car and they towed it backwards, which is not how it's done. He has a Saab, and it was all over the road as they were driving it. She was in the driver's side, and it was going all over the freeway sideways. Crazy.
You like losing control. You know, I heard when his tire blew out. She was trying to talk to him, but he didn't want to hear nothing.
Crazy. An Airbnb host wouldn't give a guest a refund for no hot water because it was not included as an amenity in the booking.
That's so lame.
The guest said it was assumed, and the Airbnb took care of it. Here's another reason to eat more fiber. A study found it might prevent your body from absorbing forever chemicals. We were talking about chemicals the other day. Those chemicals, they don't break down easy, and they linger in your bloodstream for years. But if you eat fiber, it gets rid of it.
That's right.
Did you guys see the congressman or the video of the congressman that fell asleep in the middle of Congress?
I just saw that this
Yeah.
morning. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, so this is them asking him to vote.
Miss Tinney, no. Mrs. Fishbach, no. Mr. Moore, Mr. Moore, no.
You gotta wake up.
A minor league baseball game in North Carolina last weekend. The Panoli's Cannonballers, their ball dog, which is a yellow lab that hangs out. The lab's name is Casey Betty. Had to poop right behind home plate in the middle of the game. Here's what happened.
As Miss Casey Betty has made her appearance, and the bat dog has made her presence felt. It's a numero dos. Behind home.
That's a good announcer right there, just rolling with it.
A team of Purdue University students built a robot that can solve a Rubik's Cube in a record-breaking 0.103 seconds.
Sheesh.
God, that's fast.
I watched how it works. So this robot is it's like these hands holding the Rubik's Cube, and a guy hits a button, and this is what happens.
Ready, set, go. That's cool.
The current world record is held by a team of engineers at Mitsubishi, right? Giant multinational corporation, set a world record. What's behind me right now is a team of Purdue undergraduate students who said, you know what, I think we can do better. And they did.
Oh my gosh.
That noise is how fast they did it.
That's wild.
Brad Pitt was spotted at a New Zealand McDonald's. You see this story?
No.
On Easter Sunday, he was at a New Zealand McDonald's. And now McDonald's wants to give every person in New Zealand named Brad a free quarter pounder.
That's hilarious.
We were talking about songs, the concerts that are $30.
Yeah.
Someone did the math on how much it costs per song to see an artist. Like if you see Beyonce, as many songs as she does, it costs you $13.63 a song to sit through after how much the tickets are. Lady Gaga, $13.97 per song. Bad Bunny, $10.73 a song. Sabrina Carpenter, $12. Billie Eilish, $12.37. Charlie XCX, $12.97 per song if you sit through one of her concerts. Because Lana Del Rey is charging $240 per ticket, and she plays 15 songs over 83 minutes, and that's the math. What do you have for life hacks, Rich?
Nothing worse than when you're coughing and you can't stop coughing, and somebody looks over at you and asks you, "Are you okay?" And you can't answer them because you are coughing. You're not okay, right? You're coughing.
I think if your family got killed in a car accident, that's a little worse.
Okay. Well, one of the things that's not great.
Can't say that phrase around John Jay.
Just a little.
I should know better not speaking in extremes around John Jay. He's so literal. Okay, so the hack to stop coughing when you're coughing is to raise your arms. Let's stretch right now. Put your arms up. Stretch them out. What that does is it gives your lungs more room to expand. That shift reduces pressure on the airways, helping to reset your breathing room. In fact, it is like hitting refresh on your lungs, Kyle.
Okay,
Hit
that's
refresh. Good. Yeah, so try that when you're coughing uncontrollably in some kind of office setting or wherever you don't want to be coughing, and that will work. That clue and many other hacks are at johnjaneRich.com.
Speaking of put your hands up, I was at church on Sunday, and the band was playing. It was a City of Grace as a church, and the leader of the band, he was new, and he's, you know how people when they go to church sometimes put their hands in the air?
Yeah.
I don't ever do that. Like I'm kind of, I don't like that. Like I like to leave when they make you say hi to the next person. Like I go to the bathroom.
You leave, you get up and
I
leave
get up and go to the bathroom. I get up and go to the bathroom right before that happens, and I come back right after it happens. And then you put your hands up in the air. So the lead singer of the band was like, hey, put your hands up, put your hands up. And I was like, oh man, I felt pressure to put my hands up. So I put one hand out, right? You're like, you're up in the air, like God, Jesus, whatever you're doing. And my whole family's doing it. And I don't know how long my hand was up there for, but I felt completely out of shape because my hand hurt. I was holding it for so long. I was like, how come nobody else is putting their hand down? Like I put my hand down for a second, and then I put it back up again. And I was like, this is crazy. These church people are in great shape. There's a big vibe going on the text line right now, and it's about things that live rent-free in your head from this radio show. And there's so many of them. What lives rent-free in my head is Rich having a cousin named blank. Whatever your cousin name is. One was having a cousin named Urethra.
Urethra's doing good. Really good. Working at the store right now.
I love Rich so much. What lives in my head. She goes, I love Rich so much. First she goes, remember this one? I love Rich so much, but I also love kale. Without fail, every time I eat kale, I think of how much crap Rich talks on kale and how he doesn't trust people who love kale. I feel personally attacked.
Nobody likes kale. They just say they like kale.
What lives rent-free in my head is that one Afterwards podcast in 2020 where your old producer got mad at us for saying something about COVID. And you bluntly ended the podcast.
That was on a podcast?
I feel like that happened all the time. He was a blustery fella.
Oh my God, there's so many. Anyway, our phone number 877-937-1047. You're also never more than 30 minutes away, or less than 30 minutes away from winning SZA tickets, Kendrick Lamar tickets. And Peyton, what's going on? What's up? What's up, Nick?
No, I was just gonna say maybe something you guys don't know is that you bluntly ended that podcast, but Joey kept recording, and so then he sent me the audio, and he was like, dude, this happened today. And I was like, oh my God. I still have it. I'll just publish it now. Don't worry about it, guys.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. I was watching the show. In fact, there's a text about this show that my sister said to watch. Kyle watched it. I'm in the middle of it. And they want to know the name of the show. It's on Paramount Plus. It's called Calling in Accounts.
From Accounts.
Calling from Accounts. And I love this show. It's such a great show. And it's funny because I'm experiencing the emotions. I think Kyle should come in here and say, it's such a cute show. The relationship. It is cute. But they make a couple of COVID jokes that I think are pretty damn funny. You know, when the old lady at the dog rescue, she's like vicious old lady, looks like she's, violent. She's had a rough time. And they go, she didn't get vaccinated. Anyway, Peyton, what's going on with you and all your single friends?
Well, all my single friends are currently in the dating world right now, so my boyfriend Kadeem and I are meeting new men every other month, basically, is what's going on.
Fun.
Yeah.
Because you guys are swingers?
No. Just when we go on like double dates or things like that, like my friends will bring different guys because they're out experimenting and, dating other people. And so one of my friends is dating this new guy. He's coming into town for the weekend, and she wants us to meet him. And I was talking to my boyfriend Kadeem about it. I was like, hey, so we have plans. What are you thinking? Are you down to go? And he's like, you know what? I'm starting to feel some type of way because it's like there's new guys all the time, and I like some of them, and now I have to go meet new ones, and I feel like these are potential new besties, and now they're just gone forever. And so it's like this emotional thing, because some of them we really do like, and we're like, dang, we liked him. Are you sure? So we're definitely like going through that, and I feel for him because he's an introvert in general, and so I'm always trying to like get him new friends, and then my friends just cut these guys off, and I'm like, bro, come on now, can we keep one, at least one?
Can't he, if he connects with them, like text them, hey man, let's go grab it? He won't do that?
No, that's weird.
I'm saying that, you know that phrase, do as I say, not as I do? Because I would never do that.
No, you wouldn't.
But I'm trying to solve things for him. Like, you know, I would never do that. I would not want to go out with the new date anyway.
He doesn't want to, but he's a good boyfriend, so he does.
Why would you not want to? That is such good people watching right in front of you.
He's an introvert. He doesn't want to go out and make new friends.
Bring the popcorn. That's fun.
It does take a lot of energy to get to know someone new. And then you have to ask them the same questions that you asked the last guy. And then you're like, oh, maybe I like if you do like the other guy better than the new guy, it's kind of like, oh,
I know, right?
But you know what's great though is when you do hit it off with another couple and you're all friends.
Yeah,
and that's really then it's okay to go to dinner with them or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I know we have some friends. I have two sets of friends, and their last names are pronounced the same but spelt different, right? And I get along with all four of them, but I mean they don't know each other. And one time Blake said, "Oh, we're going to dinner with so and so." Like, what? Like, whoa! I didn't agree to that, but I realized it was the other last name.
The good ones.
Yeah, it's like let's say it's Smith and Smith, right? Hey, we're going to dinner with Smith. What? No, I'm going to dinner with. And it was, she goes to dinner. Oh, okay, good. Like I was, like when they're both good people, you get along with them really well.
Yeah, I'm surprised though, Peyton. Like if you like the friend, the boyfriend, the new boyfriend, why if they're bringing them around you, why you don't get to stay in them dating them longer? Because if you give them the approval, isn't that what they're there for? The new date is there for the approval. I
mean, maybe, but like also my friends have a very short leash when it comes to these men. Like, you know what I mean? We're in our like getting into our late 20s. Like it's time they're not playing anymore. Okay. So it's like, sure, my stamp of approval, I guess, matters, but not really in the long run because I'm not going to bed with them.
Because if he's not stepping up, then he's out.
Right. And and I'm the friend though that I'm like, are you sure? Let's be rational about this. Like, I'm definitely that one because I'm the one that's been in the relationship the longest. They're all out here just single and just doing their own thing. And I'm like, good for you, but could not be me. I could not be dating right now in this world.
Oh, no, it's tough, right?
No, thank you. Like, I see all the stuff that they go through. I say my prayers every night. I am like, thank you, Lord, for Kadeem because I sleep very peacefully at night knowing that my man doesn't cheat on me, that he's not lying to me. Like, I sleep real good at night. Not really, because he wakes up and moves all the time. But, you know what I mean? You're at peace.
You sleep good at night when he's not in the actual room, but close by.
Exactly.
Got it.
So now jump to newlywed relationship, Rich and Stacy, who, by the way, they just dropped their podcast on Sunday. It's the couples therapy podcast on our on-demand channel, and it's doing really well. It was the second time Rich and Stacy did it. So what's life now? Married 2 years now, right?
Yes, and we're doing things like we're doing some coaching. Like one of the things we do is budgeting coaching with a professor at Texas Tech who teaches finance, right?
Wow.
So, and there's a lot of moving parts because Stacy literally owns like 3 different businesses, and then we have, our stuff. So we're trying to figure out how things work. And I think besides money, there's something that every couple goes through, every family goes through, where somebody is kind of out of hand with something. It doesn't have to be spending money, but in our case, it is my wife, Stacy, and her love of DoorDash. Like, I think DoorDash shows up at our house at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. And so I was looking over the budget that we share for DoorDash, and that was the first thing, unfortunately, that I said needs to come out of the budget. Like, that was the first cut. And she came after me like a velociraptor. Like, she's like, we are busy people. We have lives. Are you going to make eggs at 3 o'clock in the morning? No, you're not. So I'm like, but we have food here. We could just, go like, do what I do and just make a sandwich. And she looks at me and she's like, I don't want to make a bologna sandwich. I want real food and I can have it delivered because I work so hard and it's worth it to me. But I'm like, okay, but can we do it like once a week? once a week, and it is just that's not happening that way.
Non-negotiable. I feel like, I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but every time I go and I order on DoorDash, I do my order and then I look at how expensive it is with the delivery,
Right.
and then I cancel the order and I get my butt up and I
Yeah.
go and
You go
drive
get
to
it.
the
I
whole
have
way.
never done I've never done DoorDash. Never
Apparently,
ever done
it's
it.
very addictive.
And the reason I'm not doing it is the same reason I'm not downloading certain apps, because I don't want to get addicted. It's
That's
like
what it
the
is.
same reason I don't want to play Candy Crush
Yeah.
or play freaking or GTA. I don't want to play
Honestly,
that because I think I'll get addicted. But let me just tell you,
You eat healthier if you think about not getting it delivered, because Chick-fil-A sounds delicious, and if it's dropped off at your doorstep, even more delicious. But if you have to go wait in line to go get it, you think twice about it.
the line's pretty fast though.
I disagree.
Right,
I'm like, I want my food to be hot.
But when you talk about you have a financial person that's helping you, it's pretty cool. But so my wife,
It's a coach.
the other day,
Financial coach.
she was talking about similar thing like that, and we were eating at this place yesterday, and there's a new restaurant that opened up across from this place we were eating, and it's a chicken place, and it looks delicious.
What it's called?
I don't want to say yet. I don't want to say it because then it's gonna. Well, but first, anyway, it looks delicious. So I'm sitting there. I go, maybe we can get like rotisserie chicken or something like that. And I was like, oh, but we're having financial problems. And she's like, we are not having financial problems. Don't say that. Don't whatever. Don't put that out in the universe. I'm like, oh, like that's how I took it. But apparently we're not. But we're on a budget. We got to start cutting things.
That's what happens. Where I always think that we're on the verge of like not having anything, and she's like, it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. And I'm always like, the sky is falling. That is my upbringing. That is how I grew up. My father was always like, we're going to lose the house. So I have adopted that as my own now.
Oh, by the way, I'll tell you the name of the place. It just opened up. It's right down the street. And it's called P.O.'s. And I went in there and I got a chicken.
Oh, yeah? Rotisserie?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It's fantastic. It's Peruvian. It's fantastic. Thumbs up. Highly recommend. Place was empty. It just opened up. So maybe it'll get busier if I talking about it.
Oh,
But
it sounds amazing.
They only have like 4 things on the menu. Like 4 chickens. You can get a thigh, you can get a whatever. There's white meat, there's dark meat, and they have French fries that are apparently great.
So it's kind of like a upscale El Pollo Loco, sort of like that. And are they on DoorDash?
No, their place is smaller than this studio.
Oh,
But
really?
It smells delicious when you walk in. It's on Thomas.
All right,
let's switch gears. Good morning, Jennifer.
I'm here,
Jennifer.
Hi, guys. I was just listening to your radio station. Good morning. I listen to you guys every day on my way to work.
Thank you.
So good morning, Kyle, Peyton, John Jay, and Rich. Good morning. Hey, I was listening to you guys give Cole and Haley advice. And John Jay and Rich, why didn't you give, Cole advice? Has he never watched Baby Ranger? Is this War of the Roses? Is she not stalking him? You should have warned Cole about this.
I know.
It was
yeah,
getting stalker
you're right.
a little
It could have been. It does reek of the beginning of Baby Reindeer. You're right. You're right.
If you really get into it, she might have even gotten that job to stalk him.
Oh, scary.
And then move in next door.
Exactly. Come on. You guys just need to give fair warning.
You're
I
right.
wonder-
We missed the ball on that one.
We don't know if there's going to be a season 2 of Baby Reindeer, right? That was
I
because
wouldn't think
it was
so, 'cause
self-contained.
it's like
It was
one
done.
story,
That was a
yeah.
good show. Way to go, Jennifer, to bring back that show. That was good. That was like a year ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys, for making my morning and every morning on my way to work. I love you guys.
Love you too, Jennifer. Drive safe. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Did you see that the 4 seasons got renewed for season 2?
It did?
Oh,
Mhm.
Okay.
that's good. I feel like you need a season 2.
Because the cliffhanger was
Yeah.
like, whoa. But it's going to be weird without a certain actor.
I know.
Because that's one of the draws to the
same
show
way, yeah.
was the certain actor. Anyway, I saw this thing online. I thought it'd be kind of fun to go around the room, and you can participate. 877-937-1047. There's a famous quote. The hallmark of successful people is that they're always stretching themselves to learn new things. But the question is, do you have to keep doing those things? Someone on social media said, what's something you tried once and immediately knew it wasn't for you? And I had like the top answers, but I thought I'd go around the room. What's something you tried once and you knew, boom, that's not do anymore? Anyone in here? Rich? Peyton?
Oh, yeah, I got one right away.
What do you got?
A cruise.
Oh, that's funny. I was close to say. I was going to say swimming pool and a cruise.
Oh, I know people who love to go on cruises, but to me, to be trapped anywhere on a boat with just a few activities for days and days and days, I'm way too antsy for that. Like just sitting on a boat and waiting for the brunch to come around, and then the dinner, and then the lame theater. Like I just can't. I cannot.
Peyton?
Soccer for me, the sport of soccer. Never again. I was in kindergarten and somebody hit me really hard and I ran to go get some water and I accidentally drank the water bottle of my kindergarten crush and never again. I was like, no, I'm mortified. I said, this is not for me.
Core memory.
I started crying.
But you're fast. You'd be really good at soccer.
See, soccer, like, you got to be strong. You got to be able to take a hit, and I just see red. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
What's something you tried once and you knew it wasn't for you, Kyle?
For me, I think it's like weighted blankets. I tried it one time. I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but like for me, I just felt claustrophobic. I'm like, I can't move. Get it off of me. I can't move. I can't move my toes. It didn't feel like a warm hug to me.
Okay, a tip next time, because you can't feel your toes, I pull them
You
up.
can move them.
I pull them up, the blanket up over to my ankles so that my feet are free.
That might help.
I
but
freaking
I'm
love my
good
weighted
without.
blanket. I love my weighted blanket.
I kind of like soft blankets.
Yeah.
It's mine's
I'll
very
take
soft.
a Lola.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Lola.
That's about as weighted as I can get.
So on the list of things that people tried once, they wouldn't do again, helping the Prince of Nigeria. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, they said. Drinking a Bloody Mary, someone says. Hot tubs, skiing. This lady said giving birth. I did it twice. The brain always plays the candy corn trick on you, making you forget how bad delivering a baby is until you do it again.
Very true.
Dating someone with opposing political beliefs. This person says going to a strip club. It was so boring, and I felt bad for the dancers. Virtual reality. This person says made me dizzy. Gave me a headache. This person said hot yoga. So many people passing gas. They're humidity farts, too.
Oh, yeah, they carry.
Linger.
Scuba diving, this person says. Running. This person says, if you see me running, then you should too. Number one thing on this list was gambling. Went to the casino with some friends for a weekend, lost several $100s in about an hour and a half, never placed a bet again. Yikes.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
You lose all that
say,
money,
yeah.
you should probably not do that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there wasn't any certain food on there. You know, for me, I put on there, number one on my list is
What?
I will never, ever, ever, ever wax my arms. Ever.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you, when you did it,
Remember
you
that one?
hated it so much, you literally only waxed one arm, you didn't do the other one?
My left arm, they waxed one part of it, and I said, thank you, see you later. And I walked out.
Was it super painful?
It was terrible. It was terrible. And I got to believe, just like a tattoo, that probably certain parts of the body hurt more than other parts of the body.
Yeah.
Like, like the stuff that women do, the Brazilians and
I was
stuff.
going to say, try yourself a Brazilian.
No
because arm
freaking
wax
way.
is nothing.
I was close. I was getting kind of close with the waxer because I was doing my nose, my ears, and then sometimes I did my back. And I was like, okay. I kind of trust her when she told me the position you got to be in as a guy to do that. And I was like, I'll do it. But then she quit. And I'm like, forget it. I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know,
Because I got to imagine different waxers have different pain, too. You know, depending on who's doing it. It
also,
might hurt more.
What they want to see. Like, you don't
Yeah.
want to. Like, I would hate to be like on all fours doing whatever, and then they go, oh my God, I called in to play.
Oh, no. You're so vulnerable at that point.
I hope you won. I promise you didn't win. You'll win next time. I promise. I promise.